This is basically the tortoise and the hare, a common folk tale. It's even used philosophically a long time ago. Anyway, the tortoise had a tortoise named Jaboti. This is a Brazilian story. Jaboti was a beautiful tortoise, blah, 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 and he had a beautiful flute, and everyone envied him for his flute, or envied him his flute, and he played it beautifully. One day, a deer came to him, Suasu the deer, said, "What are you doing? Just playing my flute." "Oh, that's a beautiful flute." "Yes, how did you make it?" "I made it from the bone of a jaguar. I killed a jaguar and made it from his bone." "Oh, come on. A tortoise can't even kill a fly. You couldn't kill a jaguar. You must be lying." And so Jaboti said, "What do you do very well, dear?" "I run very fast." "Well, I bet I can beat you in a race." "Really? I don't think so, but let's bet." "Okay. Not now, but tomorrow." "Okay. But the winner of the race gets that flute." Now Jaboti was afraid. He went into the woods and he gathered his friends and relatives, other tortoises, together, and he told them his problem. At first they said, "Oh, you're a fool, you're a foolish guy." But then he said, "But I have a plan and I think it can work." So the next day the deer came to Jaboti said, "You, Suasu, being a deer, can't run in the forest because the branches will get in your way and you'll hurt yourself. I can run in the forest. So you will run outside the forest along some path. I will run through the forest. Okay? And anytime you want to find out where I am, you stop running and call my name and I will answer you. That way you will know where I am all the time." Okay. So the next day, Suasu the deer came. Jaboti from inside the woods called out, "Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go!" So Suasu started running a little bit, and then stopped and called out, "Jaboti, Jaboti, yes, here I am." And Jaboti was a little ahead of her. Started to run faster, stopped again. "Jaboti?" Again the answer came, a little ahead of her. This is strange. How can Jaboti run so fast? Now she really started to run fast, and finally she would stop and said, "Jaboti, Jaboti," and there was Jaboti's voice a little ahead of her all the time. Ran again very fast, and finally was exhausted, collapsed, lying on the ground. "Jaboti," and there was the voice a little ahead of her once again. So Jaboti won the race and kept the flute. But what does the story show? I suppose if one is in a difficult position, and if one has friends and relatives and a clever plan, perhaps one can even extricate oneself, get oneself out of a difficult situation, as Jaboti did with wit and the help of friends.